What is going on, guys? Today I've got my Blu-ray collection, and as you can see, it's a lot of Blu-rays. So I'm gonna show you all my Blu-rays. Alright, we'll start with this one. First is Child's Play, the first one of the whole Chucky series. This one's a really good one. This is probably the best one. I mean, it was good. I loved them all, but that's the first one, which is really good. And these aren't going to be in any order because I just grabbed them off my shelf. So we'll start with next one, Chernobyl Diaries. This one was it wasn't that good, but it was still cool. It was cool watching, you know, going back to Chernobyl and seeing, getting an idea of how it looked through the movie. Of what happened and how it looked, but basically, I don't know, the story wasn't that good. It was pretty basic. It was alright. I kinda liked it, but it wasn't the best. And next is Cabin in the Woods, which is really weird. I thought it'd be a horror movie, but it's pretty much the opposite of that. It's pretty much I don't know, I thought it was a comedy movie, kind of. It was really weird. I thought it was going to be a comedy, but or a horror, but I think it's a comedy, kind of. I thought it was going to be scary and, you know, your basic horror movie, but nope. But it was pretty good. I liked it. Next is Apollo 18, which was just awful. This was a terrible movie. This movie was just really bad. I do not recommend watching it if you haven't seen it yet. This was just really bad. I don't even know why I still own it. But I collect Blu-rays, so. But I won't ever watch this again. This was terrible. Woman in Black 2, which was, it was alright. I liked the first one better. This one, it was kind of good. It wasn't that scary. I thought the first one was scarier, so. This one was kind of a letdown, kind of. It really wasn't that scary. Taken 3, which is amazing. I loved all 3 Takens. Liam Neeson is amazing in all these movies. He's an amazing actor. This was a really cool movie. Really, the plot is amazing. It really gets you. If you haven't seen it yet, the ending really surprises you. I thought it was a cool movie, and I think if you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. It's a really cool movie. Next up is Lucy, which was amazing. This movie was awesome. I loved this movie a lot. This was a really good movie. If you haven't seen it yet, you need to see it. Scarlett Johansson is amazing. You guys really need to check this out. This was a good movie. I loved how the idea of unlocking 100% of your brain and what it can do and stuff. I mean, no one knows, I guess, for certain what would happen if you did, but, I mean, this movie gives you a good idea, and this was a really good movie. Definitely check it out. Next up, A Walk Among the Tombstones, which was a really good movie again, because Liam Neeson's an awesome actor. This was a cool movie. I thought he did a good job in this. Really cool story. Really good movie. Definitely check this out. 28 Days Later. This was awesome. I loved it. I love 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later. These are really good movies. Cool zombie movies. If you haven't checked these out, I mean, I don't know what you're doing. These are cool zombie movies. Definitely check these out. Next up, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the 40th anniversary. This is all the Texas Chainsaw Massacres are really good movies. This one being the first one is really cool. I love these movies. They're amazing. I love horror movies in general. They're one of probably my favorite genre. That and action, pretty much. This movie was really good. I loved it. So, I mean, everyone's had to see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. These are really good movies. So, next up, my Fast and Furious 6. I guess I'm going backwards with them. This is the Steelbook edition of Fast and Furious 6. Fast and Furious movies are probably my favorite movies ever, besides the, which I'll get to, the Scream movies. Those are probably my 2 favorite movies ever. Fast and Furious 6 was amazing. This was really good. I love the Steelbook on it. I thought it was really good. But yeah, this was a good movie. I love the Fast and Furious movies. And next up is Fast 5, which was another amazing one. All the Fast and Furious movies are amazing, so I love them. This one was good, amazing. All the actors did an amazing job on it. I love how all the actors come together after all the movies. They come together in this one, which is awesome. And of course you got Dwayne Johnson, who comes in it too. So this movie has a lot of action in it. Really good. It's amazing. So obviously you've guys seen those. And Fast and Furious 4. I loved it. I thought it was really good. I love how it all comes together after, I guess, Tokyo Drift, because Tokyo Drift goes with the story. But I love how it all comes together. This one was awesome. I loved Fast and Furious 4. This was good. Next up is Too Fast, Too Furious, which I liked. It wasn't the best one, but it was good. This is when Tyrese Gibson gets introduced into the series. It was good. I liked it, but it wasn't the best. It was I don't know. It was good, but I know a lot of people don't like it. I liked it, but again, it wasn't the best. And I've got the first Fast and Furious, or The Fast and the Furious. Obviously this one's the good one, and my Blu-ray's just knocked over. This is it's a good one. I loved it. It's the classic one that started it all. It was really, really good. I loved it. I actually just went back and watched it again after haven't seen it in a while. It's really cool. It's really weird watching all the actors, this long ago. But it was good. I liked it. And now that those fell over, I'll just put it over there. I got the Fast and Furious again, the 100th anniversary edition that I got from Walmart. This was really cool. Same movie, just a different box. But this box is really cool. I think it has a book kind of in it. Not really, but kind of looks like that. Shows a couple pictures. So that one was good. I got the Fast and Furious again. Yep, I have a whole bunch of different versions of it because I love the movies. This is a Steelbook version. I haven't opened it yet that I got from Best Buy. It's a limited edition Steelbook. Again, same movie, just a different box. There's the back. Can't really see it because of the glare. It's an awesome movie, though. It's amazing. That's it for Fast and Furious, except this, which I got, this is where I have Tokyo Drift. The Fast and Furious Blu Ray collection. It has 7 discs, I believe. The limited edition one. It's amazing. I loved it. I love this whole box set. This is just amazing. Comes with all 6 movies, a bonus disc, and a slot to put Furious 7 in. Which, if you haven't seen Furious 7 yet, go see it. That was amazing. Probably my favorite one out of the whole series. I know they're making an 8th one now. I don't know how good it's going to be, but we'll have to wait and see. This box set is amazing, though. I love it. Really cool. You guys should definitely buy this, though. It's only like 45 bucks at Best Buy or something. It is amazing. Really good. Alright, next I got, they're all over the place, The Hobbit, The Battle of Five Armies, which was the last one out of the Hobbit trilogy. This one was awesome. It was really good. This one was probably the best one, I think. It was really good. This one was awesome. I think the third one's the best one, so Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, you know, they're great movies. They're amazing. So we got The Hobbit, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I loved. The Amazing Spider-Man is awesome. So it's a cool, really cool slipcover. Actually, you can see how shiny it is and stuff. I thought it was really good. I love the original Spider-Mans too, which I'll get to, but the original ones are really good, but I think I like the Amazing Spider-Man more. Not sure. Really good. And next up is the first Amazing Spider-Man, which is also amazing. Oh, amazing, yeah. This one is good, really good. I think the second one was better. Not sure. I can't decide. I love them both. But you got a really cool box again. It feels really nice. Both Amazing Spider-Mans have really cool box arts and slipcovers. This one was it was a good movie though. Next up is Annabelle. This movie was really good. It was scary as hell. This was really freaking scary. Yeah, this movie was good. Good story. It was scary. You know, you want your horror movie. Most horror movies to be scary. It was pretty fun. It was a fun movie to watch. Next up is Contagion, which was a good movie. I like how, you know, this can possibly happen in real life with a virus spreading around throughout the whole world and being really bad, and having scientists find a way to find a cure to fix it. It was a cool movie. It had a really good story to it. And I thought it was good. So, got Contagion. Next up is Ouija, which wasn't that good of a movie. It wasn't that scary. I still thought it was good though. It just wasn't that good. And yeah, I don't really have much to say about it. It just wasn't that good of a movie, but it's still fun to watch. I mean, it's worth watching it once if you guys haven't seen it. And next up is Need for Speed, which is an awesome movie. I don't know why a lot of people don't like it. I thought it was amazing. Aaron Paul did an amazing job on it. It was really fun to watch. I mean, I loved the game, so this movie was awesome. I thought it was really good. You guys should, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's really good. I don't know why a lot of people don't like it. I loved it. And I've seen it a lot of times already. Alright, I guess next we'll do The Woman in Black, the first one, which is way better than the second one. This is really good. You got Daniel Radcliffe in it. From Harry Potter. It was I thought it was scary. It was good. Really good story. I thought Daniel Radcliffe did an amazing job in it. But yeah, this movie was good. Next up is The Strangers, which is a freaking messed up movie. The story is very weird in it. You just have some random people come in and terrorize a family and kill them for no reason. And, you know, they say, why are you doing this at the end? And then they say, because we want to. Or something like that. I don't remember. I haven't seen it in a while. But it was a good movie. It was just very messed up. It was very, very messed up and stuff, but it was pretty good, I gotta say. Next up is Texas Chainsaw. I don't even know which one this is. I have so many of them, and I've seen them all, but I'm not sure exactly which one this is. Actually, I think this might be the first one too. Just a different version. Although, anyway, all the Texas Chainsaws are good movies, though. I love them all. So, cool slipcover. Next up is Silent Hill Revelations, which was a really, really cool movie. Silent Hill is an awesome series of movies, and the games are cool too. This one was really cool. Very, as you know, if you've seen the Silent Hill movies, they're very freaky and messed up, kind of. With a whole bunch of different stuff happening in them. They're good movies though. Silent Hill Revelations is amazing, and the games are amazing. Next up is Shaun of the Dead, a steelbook version of it. This movie is funny as hell. It's a really good comedy. Comedy and zombies, you know, they go good together. This was a good movie though. I'm sure all of you have seen it, but if not, definitely check it out. And this is a cool limited edition steelbook that I got from Best Buy. So definitely check this out. Really cool movie. Next up is either Fast and Furious and the Scream movies are my favorite movies of all time. So next up is the Scream 5 film set. I haven't opened it yet, but this comes with all 3 Scream movies and Still Screaming and Scream: The Inside Story. The Scream movies are amazing. I love them. They are really good horror movies. They're my favorite horror movie and one of my favorite movies of all time. And it comes with the Still Screaming and Scream: The Inside Story, which is an awesome documentary. All the actors talk about the movie, the director, the writer, Wes Craven, talks about it. Kevin Williamson talks about it. All the actors, and it's really cool. Roger L. Jackson even talks about it, who's the voice of Scream, which is really cool. This 5 film set's amazing. I got it because I'm trying to get every version of Scream on Blu Ray because I love them. They're amazing. Next up is Scream 4, which I loved a lot. This is a really good reboot of the trilogy. I wish they were making 5 and 6. Scream 4 was really good. It was just amazing. I love Scream 4. It was really good. That was a good one. Next up is Scream 3, which I loved. Again, I love all the Screams. Scream 3 was amazing. This is, back then when you watched it, you thought it was the end. They were only making 3, so it pretty much ends where you think it's the end of the trilogy. Scream 3 was amazing, though. I loved it. I watch these movies all the time. They're just amazing. And they look good on Blu-ray. Scream 2. This one's amazing, too. Like I said. This one was really cool. It's kind of the same as the first one. Sydney goes off to college after the first one when she's in high school. This one's really cool. It was a good one. And got the first one, obviously, which is probably the best one. It's the classic one. So, the first Scream, which started it all. It was I love the first one. It's got a lot of, it's how it started the, all 4 movies. It was good. I loved it. I think all the actors and actresses did an amazing job in it. Really cool. I'm glad they put these on Blu-ray too. These are amazing. Next up is See No Evil 2 with WWE Superstar Kane. and I love WWE, and Kane is my all-time favorite wrestler, so it's awesome seeing this. This is a really cool movie. Lots of gore in it. Really, really cool. I mean, it's not a high-budget horror movie, so it's not going to be the best, but I thought it was good. It was pretty cool. Alright, next up is oh, they're not in order. Wrong Turn 6. The Wrong Turn series are really cool. It's a bunch of mutants who attack people and eat them. They're cannibal mutants, and the Wrong Turn movies are insanely gory. These are really gory movies, and they're good movies. I like them. There's I think 6 of them now. I think they're making the 7th. They're really gory movies though. Check them out if you haven't seen them. They're really good. So 6 was you know, they're the same. It's a bunch of strangers or random people you see, and then the cannibal mutants attack them and eat them. This one was good though. Start a new pile. Next up is The Ring. This is a steelbook version of The Ring, and I haven't opened it yet. The Ring is amazing. I love The Ring. The Ring is amazing. The story's awesome. It's really, really original story. It's cool. I gotta see the Japanese versions of The Ring. Ringu. I haven't seen them yet. I gotta check those out, but I love The Ring. It's awesome. It's scary. I thought it was scary. And the steelbook version is amazing. I thought it's cool. The girl, Samara, is really creepy. I loved it, though. There's the steelbook version. Next up is probably my favorite slipcover ever. It's The Ring again, but with a different slipcover. This one, it's, again, the movie's awesome, but I love this slipcover. This is probably my favorite slipcover ever made for any Blu-ray movie. As you can see, you got Samara when she was a human, and then when she's a ghost. Again, same thing on the back. The Ring is awesome, though. Definitely check them out if you haven't seen it. I loved it. Let's see, Paranormal Activity, the marked ones. I don't know what to say about it. It was okay. I don't think they haven't made a Paranormal Activity in a while. I think they're done making them. They pretty much went overboard with them. They got pretty old. But, it was good, but they kind of got old after a while. Next up is Paranormal Activity 2. This is when they were good, still. 1 and 2 are amazing. The second one's good. It's scary. Cheap jump scares, though. You know, nothing too scary. They're those cheap kind where it makes a loud noise and stuff. There's some scary scenes in it, though. I thought it was good. Second one was pretty cool. And the first one, which is probably the best one out of all of them. This one was, it was good. The story was cool. I like how the first and second one tie in together. I don't think I have the third one, but, the first one was awesome. It's freaking freaky. It's a freaky, freaky, freaky movie. It's scary. It scared the hell out of me the first time seeing it. If you haven't seen it, definitely check this out. It's a good movie. Next up is The Others, which is a good movie. It's a good movie. Really cool plot. It's kind of scary. It's a cool movie. Next up is Nightmare on Elm Street, which is another classic horror movie from Wes Craven. This is the first one. which is really cool. I love Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy Krueger is awesome. This was an awesome, awesome movie. This is just a good movie. I can talk about this movie all day. It was good. Wes Craven's an amazing horror director. This was good, but if you guys haven't checked this out, I mean, you need to, but I'm sure all of you have seen it. Nightmare on Elm Street's awesome. Next up is Mama. I don't really have anything to say about it. It wasn't that good. I mean, the story was cool. It was a cool story, but the movie wasn't that scary. It was alright. I mean, the slipcover's cool. I like the slipcover. It's really cool. But movie wasn't that good. Oh, now those fell over. Next up is The Last Exorcism Part 2, which I love. The Last Exorcism Part 1 and Part 2 are both scary movies. I thought they were scary. This one was really cool. I actually didn't think they were gonna make a second one, but I loved it. It was a cool story. It's pretty freaky. It's a freaky movie. If you haven't checked it out, check this one out. Definitely check the first two out. These two are really good movies. Now I gotta make another pile. Next up is House of a Thousand Corpses. This movie is just messed up really bad. It's a good movie, it's just messed up. Rob Zombie directed it. It's a good movie. It's gory as hell. It's pretty freaking messed up. The second one, I don't have, but it was a good movie. It's The Devil's Rejects, I think, which was awesome too. These are really cool movies. They're good. It's gory as hell though. But check it out. I recommend this movie. It's really cool. Next up is Halloween 2. I think which is the latest one, the last one. This one was awesome. Michael Myers is amazing. He's one of the faces of horror. This one was good. Another one by Rob Zombie, by the way. This one was awesome. The story is, all the stories on the Halloween movies are good. It was, I loved it. This was a really good movie. So definitely check it out. And, while we have Halloween out, I got the Halloween, complete collection, 15 disc deluxe edition. I love the Halloween movies. This is amazing. This huge freaking box set is awesome. You've got all of them, from 1 all the way to Halloween 2. So they're amazing. I loved all the Halloween movies, and this freaking box set is amazing. I can't speak any highly of it. This is just a good movie. They're all good. The box set's just amazing. I love it. You guys should definitely buy this box set. I mean, seriously. This box set's awesome, and it's huge. It is just huge, and you got 15 freaking discs. Definitely buy this, seriously. If you're a fan of horror movies, if you haven't seen Halloween, you'll love it. Trust me. But I know all of you have seen Halloween. Just in case you haven't, though. Next up is Final Destination 5, which was pretty good. The Final Destination movies are they're interesting movies. The story and plot, the plot's really interesting. This one though, it was pretty good, but I like the older ones better. The 5 was good though, but I like the other ones. Next up is Devil's Due, which was pretty crappy. This movie was terrible, and I don't have anything to say about it. It was just a bad movie. It was just awful. I don't have anything to say about it. Next up is The Crazies, which was a cool movie. I liked it. It's a really cool movie. I got it a long time ago, and it was only $8, so I'm sure it's cheaper now. So you guys should definitely buy this. It's a good movie. Good plot. Good scenes and stuff. I thought the actors did amazing on it. Actors and actresses. It was a cool movie. Definitely check it out. Alright, next up is The Conjuring, which was the first one before Annabelle. The Conjuring is a scary movie. This movie is really scary and really good. And this slipcover is awesome. You got the hands clapping. That's just freaky. And then you got the flame going out. This movie was good. It's based on a true story from the 1970s. So, with Ed and Lorraine Warren as ghost hunters with the Annabelle doll. It was pretty, this movie was amazing. If you haven't seen it, check it out. This movie is really good and scary. Check this movie out. Seriously. It was amazing. Next up, the first Halloween. It's a digibook. The 35th anniversary edition. This is amazing. I love this book. It's pretty much a book for a Blu-ray case. It's the first Halloween, which is amazing. All the Halloweens are good, but I'd say the first one's the best. You've got a really cool book. You know, you got a cool little cover right there, and then you got a scene from the first one. It's a nice, cool digibook, a whole bunch of scenes and stuff. This is just amazing. It's a whole book you can read about. This is just so cool. I forgot how cool this was. This is just amazing. I love this book. I won't go through too much about it, but this is really cool. And then you got the disc right here, which is pretty interesting. And then the back, it's a good movie, good box. I mean, the case is amazing. You guys should definitely buy this. This is cool. Next up is Tammy, Melissa McCarthy. This movie was funny as hell. I loved it. The story was cool. The main thing about it, though, is Melissa McCarthy is funny as hell. So, this was a good movie. Next up is Deliver Us from Evil, which was another crappy horror movie. I didn't like it. So, don't got much to say about it. It was pretty bad. Yeah, don't have much to say about it. Next up is Titanic. I know it's a romantic movie and guys aren't really supposed to like it, but I loved it. When I was a kid, I used to watch this movie non-stop. I just watched this movie so much. It's a good movie. It's just amazing. I love, the history of Titanic. They put it in there with a love story with Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. It's cool watching the history of the Titanic. James Cameron, he's an awesome director. So it's cool watching, what happened on Titanic. The most famous ship ever. It's an awesome movie. I know it's a romantic movie, but I don't care. I love Titanic. It's a good movie. And I love this box set on Blu-ray. Next up is Twister, one of my favorite movies of all time, too. Twister's amazing. Bill Paxton and Ellen Hunt are awesome in it. Twister's a classic tornado movie, and it's really good. I don't got anything negative to say about it. It's a good movie. It was good. I love the story on it. I love the action scenes. I love the acting in it. This movie was just awesome, and I love it. So, put that there. Next up is the original Spider-Man 3. I don't know where the other two are. I don't know why they're not together. Spider-Man 3 was awesome. You know, you get Venom introduced into the movies. And then, you know, it makes Spider-Man turn into the black suit, which was really good. The action in this movie is amazing. Spider-Man 3 was awesome. James Franco's amazing in it. It is so good. Tobey Maguire's awesome. This movie's just awesome. Nothing negative to say. Spider-Man movies are amazing. Next up is another Leonardo DiCaprio movie, Shutter Island. This was a really good movie. I mean, seriously, the story on this was amazing. A guy who's pretty much messed up in the head, who Leonardo DiCaprio plays, and he goes to a psychic ward to a psycho ward to investigate something, someone missing, and it's a way for him to get him into the movie, or get him into the psycho ward because he's messed up in the head and stuff. Good movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I won't spoil anything on that. Saving Private Ryan. Awesome movie. Nothing negative to say about it. This is a good war movie. And, wow, 36 minutes already. I have to hurry up. So, this is a good movie. Alright, so I'm not going to talk much about the rest of them because it's becoming a long movie already. Red Dawn, good movie. Awesome movie about, you know, the Koreans invading America and stuff. It's good movie. I loved it. Definitely check this out. Into the Storm, another tornado movie. It was awesome. I loved it. Twister's better, but this one was awesome. It kind of puts a mixture of the series Tornado Chasers in there. This was good, though. Really cool. I loved it. Christmas Vacation. Really good Christmas movie. It's awesome. Chevy Chase is funny as hell in it. This is a good movie. Good movie to watch for the holidays. Probably the best Christmas movie besides Home Alone. Next up, I got a whole bunch of... Oh, the disc is flopping around in there. I got a whole bunch of wrestling ones. This is WrestleMania 30. I actually attended this live. This was awesome. You know, not much to say about WWE movies. The pay-per-view was awesome. It was cool. Next up is the 50 Years of Sports Entertainment. This one's cool. The history of WWE. It talks about the whole history of it. If you guys are wrestling fans, you know, check these out. I'm sure you can watch it on the network now, but I got these before the WWE network existed. It's good. I love it. The 50 years is really cool. I got the OMG, the top 50 incidents in WWE history. This is crazy. It's awesome. Shows all the crazy stuff that happened in WWE. This was cool. Next up is DX One Last Stand. DX is one of the, you know, biggest tag teams in WWE history with Shawn Michaels and Triple H, one of the two biggest superstars ever. This was cool. Talks about the DX history. And a few, you know, really funny segments and awesome matches they had. This is really cool. Next up is the Stone Cold Steve Austin, the bottom line of the most popular superstar of WWE. It's really cool. Talks about Stone Cold's, you know, history and stuff. Yet Stone Cold was another, you know, one of the biggest, it still is one of the biggest superstars in WWE. This was really cool. Definitely check it out if you're a WWE fan. This one, Greatest Superstars of the 21st Century. It was pretty cool. It talks about all the awesome superstars. You know, you got Edge, Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, Trish Stratus, you know, all of them. And my favorite, Kane. You got, you know, all the great, it talks about all the greatest superstars ever. This is really cool. Next up is the Royal Rumble from 2012. Cool pay-per-view. It was a pretty long time ago. That's when Sheamus won it. It was a cool pay-per-view. I enjoyed it. Next up is Falls Count Anywhere. This This was cool. Talks about all the Falls Count Anywhere matches in WWE history, all the crazy ones. It was a good one. I liked it. Next up, WrestleMania 29, which was my first WrestleMania, and I have it signed by Brad Maddox because I ran into him after a Raw, and he was the only one I ran into, so I just had him sign it. This was my first WrestleMania. I loved it. It was amazing. It was really good, and the box is amazing. The Blu-ray box, and it's cool I got signed by Brad Maddox, even though he's not the most popular superstar, but he's a nice guy. Next is the Attitude Era, which is, you know, the most famous era of WWE. It talks about the whole Attitude Era, so not much to say about it. It shows all the crazy stuff that happened in it, and I know, you know, if your favorite era was the Attitude Era, you know, you need to buy this and check it out, or just check it out on a network. Next is WrestleMania 28, which was awesome. Or no, this is 27. Sorry. This 27, you know, when The Rock came back after 7 years. It was awesome. Most of the matches were pretty crappy. John Cena versus The Miz, I didn't really care about. Edge versus Del Rio was awesome. Edge's last match in WWE, I believe. It was good. The Rock coming back. It was just a good one. CM Punk versus Randy Orton, I think, was good too. Alright, now we got WrestleMania 28, which was awesome. Yeah, once in a lifetime. I like how they said that, even though they wrestled twice. This was awesome. Shawn Michaels as the special guest referee, and Triple H versus Undertaker was amazing. The Rock versus Cena was amazing. CM Punk versus Chris Jericho was awesome. This was a really good WrestleMania. This was amazing. Undertaker versus Triple H probably stole the show though. That was awesome. I loved it. Randy Orton's DVD is up next. Randy Orton, The Evolution of a Predator. Really cool. It talks about Randy Orton's story of how he got into WWE, and you know, it shows cool backstage stuff with Randy Orton and his ex-wife now. Shows Randy Orton's house. Pretty cool, you know, goes behind the scenes a lot. It's really, really interesting. Next up is Raw 100. Top 100 moments in Raw history. This was awesome. It's, you know, all the crazy stuff that happened on Monday Night Raw. As you can see, that's when Kane unmasked, which I went crazy when he did that. You know, got John Cena when he debuted on Raw. That's when The Rock came back. You got when Mick Foley, when he was Mankind, who won the WWE Championship. And you got when DX impersonated the McMahons. This was awesome. Really cool. Next up is CM Punk's Blu-ray DVD. This is cool. Talks about CM Punk's story of going into the WWE and, you know, all the struggles he had trying to get there, and how WWE didn't want him in there, and how he became one of the top superstars in history. You know, it sucks he quit, but I'm glad he's doing other stuff in his life that he's happy about. This was really good, though. I loved it. And I think that's it for WWE Blu-ray movies. Now we got Wrong Turn 5. You know, again, Wrong Turn, one of the goriest movies I've ever seen. Wrong Turn 5 is freaking as gory as they come, too. It was good. I love the Wrong Turn movies. You know, it's a good horror movie. Check them out. Next up is Wrong Turn 4, which, it's the fourth one, but basically the story takes place, before the first one. So, you know, this one was gory as hell. This was probably the most goriest one. I'm not sure. This was probably the most goriest one in my opinion. It was good though. I loved it. It's freaking awesome. The Wrong Turns are crazy movies. Check them out though. You know, there it is. Discover how it all began, of how the mutant cannibals became that way and stuff, and you know how the story started. Really cool though. Oh, now those knocked over. Next up, Wrong Turn 3. Again, the Wrong Turn movies, you know, the stories are basically all the same. You know, random people come in contact with the Cannibal mutants. So, not much to say. They're good movies, though. They're just really gory. I gotta move over because gotta make another pile. These keep getting knocked over. Next up, Wrong Turn 2, Dead End. You know, again, same thing. Gory movie. And next is Wrong Turn 1. Again, the first one. Again, not much to say. They're all the same. They're good movies, though. Alright, I guess do this pile next. Next up is Lone Survivor. Amazing, amazing, amazing movie. Mark Wahlberg did amazing on this, as well as the other 3 actors who did it. It's about the 4 Navy SEALs who went into Afghanistan called Operation Red Wings, and their mission got compromised, and they were in a huge firefight. 3 of them died. The last one, Marcus Luttrell, he survived somehow, and tells the story about it. Really good movie. About those awesome Navy SEALs who went into it. You know, they're pretty famous now from this mission and stuff. It was an amazing movie, and those Navy SEALs were, you know, they were amazing guys. Yeah, it's a good movie. Crazy how that happened in real life. Next up is the World Trade Center, a movie about the, you know, what happened inside the World Trade Centers during 9/11. It was a good movie. You know, it's I think it's mainly about a firefighter and a police officer who get trapped under the, you know, buildings when they collapse. It's a good movie, you know. It's really cool. Definitely check it out. Oh, there's the Spider-Man movies. Next up, Spider-Man 1. Awesome movie. Green Goblin, Spider-Man. It's really good. It's how the Spider-Man series starts off. It's a good movie. Next up, Spider-Man 2. Dr. Octopus and Spider-Man. This one was awesome. You know, this was probably one of the best ones. This is when Mary Jane finds out Peter Parker's Spider-Man, and James Franco finds out Peter Parker's Spider-Man. Good movie, though. I loved it. Next up is Prometheus, which was amazing. Really cool alien kind of movie. And the box is really cool. Nice and shiny. This was a really cool movie, though. You know, it's about aliens and stuff, so... Actually, I think it's about aliens and stuff. I haven't seen it in a while, but this is a good movie. I loved it. And the picture's freaking amazing on this movie. And Lord of the Rings. You know, these are awesome movies. The Fellowship of the Ring. This is how it starts all out and stuff. Well, The Hobbit starts it all out, but this was the first one, you know, start it. These are good movies. I know you guys know about them, so don't need to go into too much detail. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, the second one. Again, really good movies. These movies are awesome. And Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, which I really don't need to go into much detail. It's probably the best one. This movie was amazing. I got nothing negative to say about the Lord of the Rings movies. You know, these movies are just... they're just awesome. And I think the third one's the best one. Next up is The Hurt Locker, which is a cool, you know, war movie. It was pretty interesting. I haven't seen it in a long time, so I really can't remember what it's about. It's really good, though. I loved it. It was good. Next up is The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, a digibook of it. It's cool. You know, you got the Blu Ray, and I don't know what that is. Oh, code. And you got a whole huge freaking book. And then you got Blu Ray. This digibook is amazing, and The Hobbit is just awesome. So, I think you guys should definitely buy this particular version if you can find it on eBay. I got it at Walmart. I don't think they sell it anymore. This was, you know, The Hobbit's awesome. And this digibook is just amazing. It's a huge freaking thick book. It's awesome. Next up is Captain Phillips, based on a true story. Awesome movie. Nothing negative to say about it. This movie was amazing. I freaking loved it. You know, everyone should know the story about it, so you really don't need to talk about it. But if not, you know, it's about, you know, the pirates coming and taking over the ship that Captain Phillips was in charge of, and they eventually rescue him, I believe. I haven't seen it since in theaters, so I know usually movies are a little bit different from the actual story, so. But nonetheless, Tom Hanks did an amazing job on it. I thought, you know, he did really good. Tom Hanks is awesome. He's an awesome actor. Next up is Black Swan, which is an amazing movie. One of my favorite movies of all time. This movie is awesome. Natalie Portman is freaking amazing in this movie. This movie is beyond amazing. You guys, if you haven't seen it, check this movie out, please. This movie is just awesome. I loved it. It was just amazing. I'm going on 51 minutes now, and I'm not even done yet. Wow. Next up is Behind Enemy Lines 1. Good movie. Very, you know, it's a cool, really cool movie. I loved it. Owen Wilson's amazing. No, that pile fell over. Next up, Marvel's Avengers. Awesome action-packed movie with all the superheroes. This movie's just amazing. You know, guys, check this out. Next up is 300, Rise of an Empire. This movie's awesome. You know, the 300 movies are really cool. About, you know, the Roman times. Lots of action. Really cool story. I loved it. The second one was just as good as the first one. And speaking of the first one, we got 300. Again, this movie was amazing. You know, awesome story, awesome action-packed scenes. Really cool movie. And next up is an awesome comedy movie, Zombieland. Emma Stone is amazing. Woody Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg, Abigail Breslin. This movie was really funny. I loved it, and I love Emma Stone. I think Zach Garfield is lucky as hell. Emma Stone is, you know, she's amazing. This movie's funny as hell about zombies and stuff. I loved it. I go back and watch it all the time, and geez, look how awesome Emma Stone looks. It was a good movie. I loved it. And again, Emma Stone is just freaking hot as hell. This movie was funny, though. It was a funny movie. I loved it. Next up is 127 Hours. This movie is just amazing. I love it. It doesn't get any better than this, with a true story. James Franco did an amazing freaking job on it. You know, about a guy named Aaron Ralston who went hiking in the canyons, and he got trapped for 6 days and had to cut his own arm off with a pocket knife. And then he had to hike about 6 miles to get rescued. And, you know, I can't imagine cutting my own arm off. You know, he had to break his bones and then cut his arm off. You know, what that man went through was just insane. But, you know, this movie, you know, it's gory as hell when he does cut his arm off. So if you can't handle it, you know, and handle gory movies, you know, I guess look away. But definitely check this movie out if you haven't seen it. This movie is beyond freaking amazing. James Franco really did an amazing job. Definitely check it out. Next up is Ted. Funny movie. You know, Mark Wahlberg again. Him and Seth MacFarlane are just funny as hell. This movie was funny. I know they're making a second one, but the first one's awesome. I loved it. It was good. The second one doesn't look as funny as the first one. First one was just awesome. I loved it. Next up is another really funny movie. I love this movie so much. Step Brothers is just awesome. Will Ferrell is funny as hell. John C. Reilly, I think is his name. This movie is just so freaking funny. I watch it all the time. I'm actually going to get back to watching it again. If you haven't seen this movie, go watch it. This movie was awesome. Next up is Scary Movie 1, which makes fun of the Scream movies. Funny movie. I loved it. This movie was just really funny. Scary Movie 3, which mainly makes fun of The Ring. Again, it's a funny movie. You know, Charlie Sheen's in it too. This movie was really good. Really funny. Next up is Paul, another comedy funny movie. These two are just funny as hell. They were in whatever it's called, the other zombie movie. This was it was funny as hell. Paul the alien is really cool. I loved it. Next up is Little Fockers, which Robert De Niro, Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, and with Dustin Hoffman and Barbra Streisand. This movie was funny as hell. I like the Fokker movies. They're really cool. This was a funny movie. Next up is Jackass 3, the unrated version. It includes 2 movies and a theoretical version. This movie was funny as hell. I think the third one was the funniest out of all 3 of them. It's a very gross movie, but this movie's just funny. It's really funny. Next is, I gotta really hurry up. A Haunted House, funny movie. Basic comedy plot. The Hangover Part 2. The Hangover movies are one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. They're funny, really funny. The plot is amazing. I think the first one was the funniest, but Part 3 I think was the worst one out of 3. Part 2 was pretty good. Part 1 and Part 2 are probably tied for the best ones. Next up is Death at a Funeral. This movie was just funny as hell. This movie was funny. It's your basic comedy plot. I actually don't remember what it was about. I haven't seen it in a few years. I remember it being just funny as hell. This is a good movie. Check this out if you really want to look for a good comedy movie that you will not stop laughing at. Next up is Castaway. Tom Hanks again. Tom Hanks is an amazing actor. And Castaway is a classic movie of, and being stuck in an island. It's a good movie. I definitely recommend checking it out. Next is Anchorman 2. Will Ferrell, I freaking love. Anchorman is just awesome. The first one was a classic movie. This one, the second one really, lived up to the hype. I love the second one. It's just as funny as the first one. Next up, I guess we'll do this one. Next up, I have Tornado Chasers, which is signed by the whole cast of them. Reed Timmer, as you know who he is. He's a famous tornado chaser and meteorologist. And he actually signed it right there. And I got the whole thing signed by them. Bought it off his website. They signed a whole bunch. This was the most expensive single disc, or it's 2 discs, but Blu-ray movie. It was $100. It was really, really good. As you see, Reed Timmer's right there, with the tornadoes. It's good. These are really good. He takes this armored vehicle and drives it into a tornado. I mean, how cool is that? It doesn't get any better than that with tornado stuff. This is, it's amazing. I freaking love this thing. Put it over there. Next up is the whole Chucky collection. All the Chucky movies. I loved it. This thing is amazing. I love this box set. As you can see, it says, Chucky right there, the complete collection. All the Chucky movies. Chucky's awesome. He's funny as hell. This movie is funny and horror at the same time. I loved it. You got Child's Play 2, Child's Play 3, Bride of Chucky, which is awesome, Curse of Chucky, or Seed of Chucky, and Curse of Chucky. These movies are really cool. This box set's awesome. I have nothing negative to say. I love this box set, and I love the movies. Chucky's just awesome. Next up is Neighbors. Funny movie. Seth Rogen's awesome. I love Seth Rogen. And Efron. He hasn't been in much movies, but Seth Rogen's funny as hell. This is a good movie. A Haunted House 2. You know, it's just as funny as the first one. This movie is really good. You know, you got Gabriel Iglesias there, who's a really funny comedian. This movie's good. Definitely check this out. Pretty messed up in some, in some scenes too. Liam Neeson, another awesome Liam Neeson movie, Non-Stop. This movie was awesome. Liam Neeson did an amazing job on it. Liam Neeson's just, he's one of the best actors of all time. You know, he gets framed or something for doing a, trying to hijack the plane or something. And it's awesome. Lots of action in it. And Liam Neeson's just an amazing actor. I freaking love him. Next up is Oculus. This movie was... It was alright. I'll give it that. It was alright. Next is Heaven is for Real. This was a good movie. Really cool story, about him when he was a kid. He went to heaven and stuff. It's a good movie. I loved it. It was, it's a classic good movie. It was good. Definitely check that out if you haven't seen it. Next up is Rio 2. Not all kids movies are, I think are for kids. Obviously it's a kids movie, but Rio's a good kids movie. I don't technically think every kids movie is specifically for kids though. It was funny. It was awesome. Good movie. I liked it. Next up is the Lego Movie, which is a cool movie. It's the Lego, it's all about the Legos and stuff. Again, people may think it's for kids, but I don't think so. I thought it was awesome. The Lego Movie's cool. I liked it. Next up is Sinister. This was an awesome, freaky, messed up movie. This is a freaking... I'm not going to spoil anything if you haven't seen it yet. This movie was messed up. Seriously. Check this movie out. It'll, seriously, it'll, blow your mind. This movie's just messed up. Next is Son of God. This is a really cool movie. It's a digibook, and looks like my disc fell. It's the, that's just the DVD version. Really cool. It's another digibook and stuff. Let's see if I can do this without... There's the Blu-ray. So, really cool, stuff about Jesus and stuff. I loved it. It was good. Really cool. Next up is Family Guy, something Dark Side. This movie's funny as hell. It was good. Family Guy is, one of the funniest cartoons ever. And I love how they do a Star Wars version of it. I think there's 2 other ones, but, this one's the best one. This was just funny as hell. I loved it. Next up is one of, I know Scream and Fast and Furious are one of, I said, those are one of my favorite movies, and so is The Hunger Games. I love The Hunger Games. This is awesome. I have nothing negative to say about this. These movies are just awesome. Jennifer Lawrence is one of my favorite actresses of all time, if not my favorite actress. She actually is my favorite actress. This is the Mockingjay Part 1, the Steelbook. This is probably the best one out of the whole series. We'll see if Mockingjay Part 2 can top it. Awesome freaking movies. I love Jennifer Lawrence. She's my favorite actress. And she's also really beautiful. I got The Hunger Games, the first one. They're out of order, but oh well. It's another Steelbook that was only at Best Buy. You got Jennifer Lawrence right there, who plays Katniss. The Hunger Games are, they're really good movies about, doing the Hunger Games and stuff. Obviously Mockingjay turns into the revolution of the districts and stuff. But, this is the first one, how starts it out. I loved it. I love the Hunger Games. They're just awesome. And here we go. We have Hunger Games Catching Fire, which is a cool steelbook. It's very, silver. It's got a lot of silver in it. And this was only at Best Buy too. It's obvious, you know, again, the second one was amazing. You know, the first and second one, you know, they do the Hunger Games and stuff, you know. Then the third one, it turns into a whole different plot. Again, I love the Hunger Games. Hunger Games and the Scream and also Fast and Furious are my favorite movies of all time. I love them. And these are just good movies. I have all 3 Steelbook versions. I gotta get the non-Steelbook versions too. Next up is The Exorcist, the original one, which is the best Exorcist out of all of them. And this one is the Digibook. And this, you know, they're not lying right there. You know, this is possibly the scariest movie of all time. It's a crazy freaking movie. You know, you got really, you know, you got a whole bunch of, you know, the Digibooks. I mean, look how freaking scary that is. That, you know, this movie is a scary movie. You know, you got a whole bunch of cool stuff that talks about the movie and all that. This movie is, if you haven't seen it yet, please check this movie out. And I definitely recommend the Digibook version. It's cool, you know, it's cool reading about the movie and how they filmed it and stuff. Definitely check this out. This was a good movie. Next up is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Again, I don't think it's a kid movie. You know, your basic animated movie. Not really basic, but it's a good movie. I thought it was good, at least. Tom and Jerry, you know, the Fast and the Fury. You know, kind of like you know, going with the Fast and Furious movies. You know, one of my favorite movies of all time. You know, I love Tom and Jerry. As a kid, that's all I watched as a cartoon growing up. Tom and Jerry's awesome. And this one in particular is a really good one, you know, because it's like the Fast and the Furious, which I thought was really funny. So, you know, a good movie. I loved it. Next is, you know, I'll just pull them all right here. I only got 4 of them. I need to get the other ones. I got all the Dragon Ball Z, not all of them. I've got only 4 of the 9. Dragon Ball Z is an awesome animated, you know, show, and they're awesome on Blu Ray. I'm really, really happy they put them on Blu Ray. I need to get the other ones. I only have 4 right now. You know, these are awesome cartoons. I know some people, you know, may not like it, but I know a lot of people who love these, you know, who love this show. It's a good cartoon. You know, I love the Dragon Ball Z films. Doesn't get any better with an animated show. It's my favorite animated, you know, series. So put those over there. Next is A Christmas Story. You know, another classic Christmas movie. I loved it. This is one of the best Christmas movies ever. I know all of you have seen this movie. There's no way none of you have seen it. You know, they play it for 24 hours straight every year on Christmas, so there's no way you guys cannot seen it. So, it's a good Christmas movie. Probably, you know, the most classic one. Next up, and those are falling over, I've got, and now they all fell over. The Walking Dead, the complete first season. The first season is good. I love The Walking Dead. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. You know, it's amazing. And this one's a, kind of like a, you know, kind of a digibook, you know, the way it's made, but there's no book in it. You know, you've got The Walking Dead and stuff. The first season was good. I hate how there's only 6 episodes in the first season, but, you know, it's good. I liked it. Next is Breaking Bad, the complete first season. I only have seasons 1 and 2 because the rest are on Netflix. All of them on Netflix, but I got the 2 seasons. I'll get the rest of them on Blu Ray sometime. Breaking Bad is probably the best show ever besides The Walking Dead on television. This show is just amazing, and I love this show. It's just really good. You know, nothing bad to say about it. Good show. Next is Breaking Bad. You know, the second season, again, it just gets better and better each season. This, you know, the TV show is just amazing. You know, I freaking love this show. And if you haven't seen it, go check it out on Netflix. But I recommend buying them on Blu-ray too, because, you know, it's fun watching them on Blu-ray, you know. So, put it over there. Next is Home Alone. Alright, I'll put those there. The last movie's right there, but next is Home Alone. You know, Home Alone 1 and 2, the only two good Home Alones. The rest of them just suck. Home Alone 1 and 2 are awesome, awesome Christmas movies. This movie is just funny as hell. Marv, you know, the criminal Marv is just, you know, he's funny as hell. I love him. This is a good Christmas movie, you know, to watch every year on Christmas. Really cool movie. Another holiday movie, which is my last one, is The Polar Express with Tom Hanks. This movie is amazing. It's an awesome movie, you know, to watch on Christmas and during the holidays. It's cool. I love it. It's a cool, really cool movie. But, yep, those are all my Blu-ray movies. You know, as you can see, they're just spewed over the place. But, yeah, those are all my Blu-rays. If you guys have an idea for a Blu-ray movie for me to buy, leave it in the comments section. If you have a suggestion of a Blu-ray movie I should go watch and buy, please let me know. I'm trying to build my Blu-ray collection, you know, as really huge. I think I got over only 100 right now, which is a lot, but compared to other, you know, I know a lot of other people who have, you know, a lot more. So if you guys have a suggestion of what movie I should buy on Blu-ray, please let me know in the comment section. And subscribe for more movies. I will be making a lot more Blu-ray movies and a lot more unboxing videos. I'll be doing a lot more different types of collections I have, like my Xbox One collection, and, you know, other cool stuff. So, definitely subscribe, you know, comment and like, but yeah, so, again, you know, if you have any suggestions of what I should buy, please, you know, let me know. I love, you know, hearing what other people, ideas of what their favorite Blu-ray movies are and stuff. So, yeah, let me know what you, think I should buy, and, thanks for watching.